Hi guys, Andre here. I've always been interested in flying the Mavic with a VR headset, but they're a bit expensive. And then I've still got the first generation VR goggles for my Samsung Galaxy S7, and I thought, sure, I can make these work for what I want to do. And this, so and on eBay and things, these are very cheap now. So so you basically need a pair of VR headset. That's the Oculus one. I guess the new ones would work too, but I just don't have one, so this is about the old one. And this is a Galaxy S7. I'm busy filming with my Galaxy S8, but I'm going to make the Galaxy S8 fit in there. And yeah, let me show you how it's done. And well, the main thing I wanted to do is I didn't want to destroy it. So I still wanted to use it for what it was meant, and so my son can still play with it and we can do things with it, and then occasionally I can fly with it. So yeah, let's get into it and I'll show you how it's done. And just don't forget, we're like and put a comment in the bottom, and you also go into the draw for a DJI cap. Okay, so as we can see, there's the goggles. We don't need that cover. You can see I've already dremeled it out there a bit. That is just because I tested it first to make sure, but now I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. There are 4 little rubbers in all the corners. You just basically got to just get a tool and clip them out. And underneath here, there's 2 little black screws as well. One there, one there. So you got 4 screws on the outside and 2 on the inside. And then this whole piece just lifts off. Don't pull too much hard, because there's a ribbon cable underneath which goes to the jack, so you just fold that away slightly, and there's 3 screws in there. You can loosen those 3. And then this whole little plastic plate comes off. Come on. That plate comes off, and then with a flat screwdriver just unclip the ribbon cable. Then you can basically put that one side. Then on here you would need to, there's 4 screws holding the base plate down. You would need to loosen those 4. So it's just those 4 on the outside. And this whole piece comes out, and there's the volume buttons. You can actually just remove that and just keep it one side. Put that there, and then we're going to play with this. So basically you've got your volume. This piece would actually be pretty tightly glued to this plate here. You must just be very careful. Get something, sort of a flat screwdriver underneath the ribbon cable, and you can just pry it open until you pop it off, so without damaging it. This is all, of course, if you don't want to damage it. I mean, I don't want to damage it, so that's where I am. Now inside there is 2 very small little black screws. So you loosen those. Unfortunately, I actually can't put them back anymore because I've dremeled them out. But then there's this whole plate that comes out. unfortunately that's now a little bit more difficult to get out. So it wasn't really very happy going back in here. So that piece comes out, and then the whole ribbon cable, you can feed that through, and you can just remove this section. Then what you would need to do is with a Dremel, I started from this side, but you would have to grind quite a bit out of there, depending on which phone you're going to use. On the S8, I had to use because you need to get the big cable to go in there. So basically that would sit in back in the unit like that, and they would just fasten through. So basically you put that back in again. You would have to just keep dremeling until if you're going to use the Galaxy S7, or even, I'm not sure if anything smaller would fit in there, you could actually make the hole a bit smaller. But I did try use it with the little extension cable. Don't have one here right now, but it just didn't seem to work. It wanted to use the genuine cable, so that's just what I'm going to be using. So then you'd put that back. Does help if you magnify the screwdriver a little bit. Definitely helps for right there, that's back in again. So everything still works. Everything is still good. On a Galaxy S7, so you need to actually take the cover off. On the S7, so on the S7 you'd actually move it to the B position. So you would still put the phone in, clip it down so it would still fit the way it normally would, and you would just use the cable just use the standard cable and feed it through into the actual connector. So there, that would work normally the way it would. So then yeah, you just put that back. You can, well, obviously not with the phone in place. But you just put all that, put the screws back in again. And once you've dremeled it out, just make sure you have blown all the dirt out of there, because the little black stuff goes all over the place. If I can learn to speak properly. But yeah, so just keep those parts for when you want to go back to using it as a normal VR headset. You can put those parts back in again. So yeah, you put all the screws back, put the little tablets back, and yeah, download the Lichi app. Unfortunately, the DJI one is not going to work with it. So the Lichi app works with the Galaxy S7, Galaxy S8, no problem at all, and it's pretty cool. So when you move the headset up and down, it actually goes with the camera. It's pretty cool. Takes a bit of getting used to, but went for a quick flight, and I'll show you some video of that now. My son thought it was pretty cool being able to look up and down. But yeah, without destroying the goggles, you can bought yourself a pretty cheap little VR headsets. I mean, these things on eBay are $30. And okay, unfortunately the Lichi app is another $30, so for $60, you're off and flying. You might be using the Lichi app anyway, so it's not a bad app to use. I've only used it a few times now, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, have a good flight.